Okay, welcome everybody. So happy to have you here for a little Friday flow. If you've been to my classes before, you know I often do a good amount of stretching on the earth, which we will have an opportunity for some of that, but we're going to do a little bit more movement today. Setting up for your seated meditation, you might want to use a block or a cushion to give a little bit of lift between your pelvis and the earth. We're starting with seated meditation. And it looks like everybody's already pretty comfortable. Another thing, little tip, little trick sometimes that I like to do is to actually take a pillow, bolster, or block in my lap to raise the hands up. That can be especially helpful if you are having neck pain, so then the arms aren't hanging down far away, so low from the body. And so as you set yourself up, you can use your eyesight to take in your surroundings. And then when you're ready, you close the lids, giving a little bit more lift through the spine. So as you start to turn your gaze inward, there's that opportunity to create space in the body, opportunity to create space in the mind. And so we do not need to force an instant shift. Right now, we are arriving, we are opening. If you imagine this rod through the center of your body, maybe just slightly in front of your spine, and then rooting down. So passing through whatever floors beneath you, foundation of the property, the building, starting to move down into the earth, into that soil, into the natural properties below you. So you can start to earth and ground, feeling supported, connected. And so as you start to dive down into the earth, and if you like using the visualization of a grounding cord, go ahead. The invitation is to also let this awareness that's reaching down spread wide. So we have that dropping and then also a spreading, creating a strong connection. I don't know that much about building, but there are those the weight bearing supports and the non weight bearing supports. So we're really going for the Mac Daddy here. There is nothing that will create any shaking, any wavering, any swaying through this energy center that's reaching down, connecting you to the earth. And then you can allow your energy, if you would like, to rebound up against gravity, coming up through the body, and then clearing out through the crown of the head, releasing any energy that's not yours. Anything that you're ready to release is just pouring down shoulders, wrists, out through the fingertips. And again, you can breathe down into the pit of your belly as you inhale. Anything that you're ready to release is incinerating at the center of the earth. And then anything that's left over, you can just shoot up through the crown of the head like a spout, blowhole, and creating more space for that higher connection, higher guidance. And before we come into a period of silence, just one more invitation. This idea that when we look at ourselves and what we're ready to let go of, maybe even when we look at ourselves and what we are ready to face, it's not about unearthing something that is unknown to us, anything that is like a skeleton hiding in the closet. So much of what we're capable of is what's already in front of us. So what's already on the table for you. And so my invitation for the yoga class today is that you just really accept what's already happening in your life so you can harness that energy to move forward rather than getting caught up in the unknown of what's ahead, knowing that everything is already unfolding, even when we don't see those threads into the future versions of ourselves. Everything that you need to know, you know right now. And then we'll just take about 2 minutes of silence here, sitting really tall, connecting with your body, your breath, your practice. And then I'll call you back. Sit a little bit taller and then relax your belly. So, really allowing your back body, your spine, to create that structure for the upward lift, a little buoyancy under your heart. Imagining if your heart was on a shelf, like a stack in a library, and you were just stepping right behind that shelf, giving a slight lift, a little extra support, a little bit more of the sensation to feel this three-dimensional quality of your body, front body, back body, sides of your body. Hands to your heart center, palm to palm, fingertip to fingertip. We're really pressing the hands here together, finding this meeting point of the right and left sides of the body, right and left hemispheres of the brain. A little lift through the elbows to create that shelf across the front body. And then as you press your thumbs into your sternum, you can feel a connection here. Calling on your mantra, intention, motivation, dedication, inspiration, something that feels good that you'll carry with you through this day, through this yoga practice, maybe even this evening towards sleep. If you don't have one, you can try on, I am clearing the way. As you slowly release your hands into your lap and blink the eyes open, we are going to press play on the playlist. We have our pet visitors. I always love seeing that. And we're actually just going to skip that. Um, well, actually, no, yeah, we'll start with the first song. We're not too behind schedule here. And so we're going to press play in three, two, one, play. And then move your supports out of the way, your block, your yoga, meditation cushion. And we're going to start in hands and knees. So release any perfectionism, release any expectation that you have of me or your body, and just know this is your practice. Silent agreement that we're here to move together, sacred agreement that you get to listen to your body, taking any modifications or variations that you need at any time. Starting with our easy hip circles. I'm already doing it right now because I want to adjust the camera. It's like it's not just exactly perfect, but us here together is more important than the tech. More important than the shape on the screen is what you feel in your body. If your hands and wrists are sensitive, you can always come up onto fists like so, or take the yoga blocks under the hands if you need more firm support. If you want to add on that barrel roll of your belly, go ahead. Otherwise, keep the belly lifted so that you can get a little bit deeper into the side hip. Yeah. Other direction with your hips. Can you press the back of the head up slightly so that we're not dropping the head down and we start to create that connection from the tailbone through the top of the head? Cohesive quality through the vertebra of the spine and the cervical neck. Okay, make sure you feel even on both sides. Come through the center, and we're going to take knee circles on the right side. So up and around, big circles, waking up the hip. Still working the core here. So the belly's lifted. That's that plank quality in the torso. Yeah, how still can you make your torso? Bringing that movement only into the leg. It's a lot of work. Other direction. Find your breath. We're already using some balance here. So press into that right hand and press into the left shin. That diagonal quality, creating stability. Okay, make sure you feel even both directions, and then we're coming to the other side. Left leg leads this time. Big circles. Got it. Focusing on the breath to create space in your body and letting that imprint towards the energetic body, your emotional body, space in the mind, so that you can be more present here, letting go of your to-do list, maybe that thing that you forgot that you remembered during meditation, knowing it will still be there when we're done. Other direction, strengthening through the core, strengthening through the hips. Just taking the top leg bone in this direction that we don't often get to use in our daily movements. Couple more so you feel even. Keep your head lifted, arms straight. You got this. Okay, coming back to child's pose. You can tent the fingertips if you like that. Maybe even a little bit of a shake and a roll of the shoulders. Swimming one shoulder back and then the other. Inhale, tabletop. Stack your shoulders over the wrists. We're going to take the right foot towards the sky and just pulse it up. Activating through the back of the leg and the glute again. We're just getting those larger muscles to fire up. Kick up your belly. Neck long. Okay, you're not going to like me for this one, but we're almost done. Take that knee out to the side and then pulse it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, child's pose. One more breath, your pace, your rhythm. Sometimes child's pose feels like nothing. That's okay. Chance for transition, integration. Inhale up, left foot to the sky, pulse it up. So we're really pressing the earth away, but can you keep that length across the collarbones? Last two. And now take that knee all the way out to the side and pulse it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Child's pose. Exhale it out. Drop your body down. Tuck your toes. Downward dog. Upside down V shape. Let yourself arrive. Do what you need to do to adjust into the shape. Spread your fingers so the hands are really glued, every knuckle, every piece of your hand pressing into the earth. So there's nothing buckling up. You might even look at your hands. What's happening? Is there one finger or knuckle that's buckling up? Press it down. If your low back is sensitive, hamstrings tight, just bend your knees. And then you can really bring more length into your spine, a little bit more awareness to the front body when you do that. We create stability through the front body so that we have that length in the back body. Drop your head. Looking good. Move it around a little bit if you like. Walk your dog, bending one knee and then the other if that feels good. Feet come together, right leg lifts. Inhale, rise it up. Exhale, step it forward, low lunge. Hands to the hips as you lift your torso up. And now out on the arms, reach it up. Find your shape. Can you let it be easy? Engage through that left glute to really press the hip forward. And if you want to now drop the hips towards the earth, you can create a little bit more space, a little bit more of that dropping of the hips towards the earth. And then if you want to add on from here, interlace your hands or rest your head back, a little neck traction. Even though the hips are reaching to the earth, can you scissor your thighs towards each other? Engage through the inner thigh, inner leg. Yeah, that's good. Okay, draw the hips back, arms reach up. Hands to your heart, hands to the earth. Tuck the back toes, straighten the back leg, bend it. We're just gonna bend and straighten that back leg. Kiss the earth with your knee. If you have a hard time reaching the earth, use your yoga blocks. That's gonna help you to create the length in the spine so that you're not rounding forward to try to get to the earth. Just inhale, straighten and bend that back leg, keeping things really long. Yeah, no such thing as too much support. So you can always use those blocks. And if you don't have a block, you can use like a large water bottle or a big book. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straight. Sometimes when it's more simple, it can be even a little more challenging. Really slowing things down. Last one, we're gonna hold it straight and then take your easy twist. So right arm towards the sky, left hand to the earth. If you have any shoulder issues, just rest your right hand on your hip. If it's too much for your legs, drop the back knee. Can you let your hips stay right where they are and just twist from the center of your body? Exhale, hands to the earth. Inhale, straighten the front leg. So now you're in your pyramid variation with the back heel up. Getting that hamstring stretch. Yeah, you can even stay up pretty high and even use your leg for support to draw your belly up. Spine long. Ooh, I got a nice little adjustment there. Always okay to back off, meet your body. Okay, come through vinyasa or straight to downward dog, your version. Vinyasa can even mean child's pose. Exhale as you move your way towards downward dog. Feet come together. The left leg lifts, inhale. Exhale, step it forward. Anjaneyasana, back knee comes down. Hands to the hips. You draw your torso up. Find the stability, your foundation, and then add on your arms. Easy, long, nourishing breath. Now, if you want to drop your hips towards the earth, squeeze that right glute. So we're not just dropping everything into it, we're still engaged and we're finding that stretch. Good. Pressing into the front foot, and then interlace the hands, create that hammock for your skull. Elbows can stay wide, or sometimes it feels more secure to bring the elbows forward, whatever feels right in your body, only you know. We're creating strength in the legs here. Draw the hips back as you reach the arms back up. Hands to your heart, hands to the earth. And then we're gonna tuck the back toes, straighten the back leg. You're in that runner's lunge. Grab the blocks if you need them. And then we're just gonna kiss the earth. Exhale. Inhale straight. Exhale. Drawing the breath in. Let it be easy. Feel how energy moves up through the spine, releasing through the crown of the head, that spout, antenna, helping to create even a little bit more length through the neck as you do that. Upper core, just as important as the lower core. Inhale, keep that back leg straight. We're coming to the easy twist. It's okay if you need to take your variation. Maybe the left arm pauses at the hip or you drop the back knee, that's okay. But keep integrity through your spine. Can you keep the hips pointed towards the front of the mat, towards the earth? So you can even lift through your right quad a little bit more to create that stability for the pelvis and then turn at the belly. 2 more breaths. Exhale, hands to the earth. Okay, we're coming to that pyramid variation. So straightening your front leg. If you need to pop the back foot up slightly, that's fine, but keep the back heel up. When we do that, we're creating a little bit more space for the low back so that we can keep the hips rather than letting them point over to the left. And stack the blocks if you need to, or come up pretty high. You can even take hands to the hips. Find a stretch for your hamstring, whatever shape that looks like. Can you now focus on what it feels like? Remember, letting go of the perfectionism so that you can become more present with your body, what's available today, more present with your breath, taking you deeper into what's available, creating space to receive. Okay, drop the back knee, blocks off to the side, moving through your version of vinyasa. Anything you like, anything that your body's calling for. And we'll meet in downward dog. And then walk out your dog. Bend one knee, bend the other. This is probably my favorite song on the playlist. Can you hear the sound of your own breath washing in through the nostrils hitting the back of the throat. Slow exhale. Feet come together. Inhale, right leg lifts. We're going to step it forward. Your choice. It's either that Anjaneyasana with the back knee down or you take your high crescent. If you can't keep the back leg straight, that would be a reason to drop the knee. If you can keep the back leg straight, let's power it up. Exhale, hands come up to the low back. We're going to interlace the fingers. I'm just going to turn around so you can see me here. If it's too much and you can't find that little fist packet, it's okay to grab the right wrist. And then we're going to inhale, bend. Sorry, I think I said the wrong thing. Inhale, straight. Exhale, bend at the elbows. Or if you take that risk, inhale, straight. Exhale, bend. Couple more, you got it. I don't know if I'm on the correct. I think I'm on the correct side. Might have told you the wrong wrist to grab, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, pause here. So, sorry. You are grabbing your left wrist or you got your fist packet, and we're going to take it over to the left side of the body. Pause. You got it. Find your breath. If it's available, drop your head over to the left for that neck stretch. So just dropping your left ear. Inhale, bring it straight. We'll do 2 more. If your legs are getting tired, it's okay to drop the back knee. Last one. Inhale, release the hands or reach them up. Exhale, hands to your heart, hands to your hips. Inhale, reach it up. Don't worry, we're not going to do any more. Exhale, hands to your heart. To the earth. Move through vinyasa or straight to downward dog. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. What's happening with your knuckles and your hands? Can you press more energy through the thumb side, that triangle between your thumb knuckle, your wrist, and the index knuckle? Squeeze your elbows towards each other, like magnets on the elbows. Feet come together. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it forward. Take your time to get there, no rush. Back leg super straight, good. See that balance and grace? Exhale, grab for the fist packet, low back. Find length in your spine before you straighten the arms. Inhale, draw the hands away from you. Maybe even you even create space between the arms and the low back. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straight. Keep the belly lifted. Exhale. Good. Following your body's wisdom. Exhale, pause. This time, take your hands around to the right side. So you might be grabbing the left wrist and then drop your head over to the right. More than halfway done here. Inhale, bring your head up. Exhale, drop it over. That stretch. Trust the strength of your front leg. Inhale. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Inhale up, release the hands, reach them up. Hands to your heart, hands to your hips. Inhale, reach it all the way up. Hands to your heart, to the earth. You got this. Move through vinyasa, matching breath to movement. This time we're going to step the right foot forward and then turn towards your left. So we're coming to our prasarita wide leg pose. And you can move it around a little bit, maybe swaying side to side, bending one knee and then the other. Drop your head. So let the shape find you. There's no wrong way to do it here. And if you would like, we'll take both hands over to the right. Can you bring your center of gravity forward so there's more weight in the balls of the feet? Turn on both legs, so energy through that right leg to match energy through that left leg to match the right. And then swing your body over to the other side. So try to keep equal energy through both legs. You need to give a micro bend so that you feel the stretch more in the hamstrings and less at the back of the knee. Try it. So sometimes when we start to initiate the bend, it's not really a full bend, but we start to initiate that movement, we can actually feel a deeper stretch at the muscle rather than that area close to the joint. Rest your legs and shift your gravity forward. Come through the center. This time, halfway lift, hands to the hips. Exhale, left hand in front of your face. Okay, I'm going to mirror you here. We're twisting towards the right. You can take that top arm to the sacrum, to the hip, or take a half bind. And then something that happens oftentimes is the arm that's on the earth starts to turn in. Can you turn it out so that you're creating space there for your heart, the upper chest? If you want to go further, take your left hand over to the right foot, coming into a deeper twist, or you're just hanging out right where you are, and you can use a block if you need it. One more breath. Inhale, reach that right arm towards the sky. Exhale through the center, bend both of your knees. Inhale, halfway lift to reset, hands to your hips. Other side. So right hand in front of your face, lean forward, take that twist. So really pressing into the right foot. And then your version, your variation. If it's available, you can take the half bind. Can you use your thighs to lift the kneecaps and press your quads, your thighs back as you lean forward? Taking your right hand over to the left foot if you would like to deepen the twist. One more breath, you got it. Inhale, reach that left arm to the sky. Exhale through the center, bend your knees. This time, turn your feet out so you're coming towards your horse stance or your goddess. Inhale, hands to the hips as you bring your torso up. You can keep your hands here for that personal assist to kind of press the hips down, or maybe you want to reach the arms out, or hands at your heart. Pulse it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Moving towards the back of the mat, Skandasana side lunge. And you can stay up pretty high depending on how flexible your body feels today. Up and over to the other side. Invitation to keep your arms reaching forward if you want to get a little bit more work for the legs. Otherwise, you're just creep crawling one side all the way over. And if you want to add another arm variation, opening things up, once you get there, you can go ahead. When you're ready, pause at the back of the mat. You're going to take your, okay, now I'm not mirroring you. You're going to take your left arm wide. So it's almost like a half squat, half malasana. And then right arm towards the sky, pause. And if it's available, take a half bind here. So that arm's going to reach around, grab in front of the left thigh, pause. If it's available, take your full bind. Otherwise, just hang out in your side lunge, getting that inner thigh stretch. Release it slowly, open things back up. So we're coming out of it just like we came in. Exhale up and over the side. Right arm wide. So you're pressing your inner knee against the arm. Open it up. Maybe this is enough, or adding on half bind. Continuing for full bind if you want it. What happens if you shift your gaze, no matter where you are? One more breath. Slowly release the arms, open it up. Exhale, come back to your horse stance, goddess. Inhale, lift your torso. We're going to twist towards the back of the mat, vinyasa or downward dog. Take a child's pose if it calls to you. Downward dog. We're going to step the left foot forward. You know where we're going, all the way around to the right. Prasarita, one more time. Keep going, keep going. Bend the knees, halfway lift, hands come to the hips. Exhale, release it down. We're going to do two more of those. Bend your knees, lengthen the spine. Last one. Strong legs, long spine. Exhale. Twist your body all the way to the front of the mat. So you're going to be in that pyramid variation with the back heel up. Grab the blocks if you want them. And then take your hands all the way over to the right. We've been doing this recently. So it's not a twist, it's more of a side bend in the torso. Yeah, so right foot is forward, and then your hands come over to the right, so the arms are outside that right leg. Or you're just hanging out forward. Good, yeah, you got it. Okay, we're gonna keep going all the way to the other side. So take your hands and your feet over to the left, walk it over. Pyramid at the back of the mat, left leg is forward this time. It might be enough of a stretch to keep your left foot planted. Otherwise, if you need a deeper stretch, you can always flex that foot. Where are your hips pointing? Those headlamps at the front of the hips. Can you point them forward? So we're not twisting in the pelvis either. And then take your hands over to the left if you would like. I'm just going to shake it out because I got a cramp, which is not always a bad thing. One more breath. Start to unwind. Walk your hands all the way back around. Pivot towards the top of the mat. Walks off to the side. Vinyasa. Maybe you want to hold a high plank. Exhale, downward dog or child's pose. We're going to come towards the back of the mat, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. This time we're coming to our Malasana squat. If you have a hard time in this position, go ahead and take your block or your support. Feet come as wide as the mat. Turning them out and then sit into it. You can rock side to side, even lifting one heel and then the other. Sometimes for me, this makes the pose so much more available because it gives just a little bit more space. And if you want to use your support, you just take your block right under your hips so you can focus on lifting the chest. Find your breath, you got it. Oh, lift your heart. Okay, we're going to stand tall, arms reach up. Inhale. Exhale, sit into it. Just a couple more. Inhale, stand tall, reach it up. One more. Exhale, dive it forward, point your feet forward, forward fold Uttanasana. Walk off to the side, inhale, halfway lift. Start to walk your hands out, downward dog. High plank. Lower your body to the earth. It's okay if you need to drop your knees. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Baby cobra. Exhale, release. This time, get your shoulders involved. Shoulders towards the ears. Peel them up towards the sky. Slowly lifting the heart, the head, the neck. Exhale everything down. One more. Get your shoulders involved. Baby cobra. Exhale down. Take a break if you need it. Turn your head to one side and then the other. Otherwise, take your baby cobra. Pause. You don't have to be super high here, but can you keep your legs straight, tops of the feet still touching the earth? Squeeze your elbows in. Breathe. Adding on for Salabhasana, locust. Lift your feet. Legs are still super straight. Kiss your legs even a little closer together. Reach your hands towards your feet, palms face up. For even a more deeper challenge, face your palms towards your body and just glue your arms right next to your body. Ooh, that one's always so hard for me. Okay, palms face the sky again. Reach it up. Hands under the shoulders, release everything down. Look out your hips. Windshield wiper the legs if you need to. Let's take a child's pose. This time, bending at the elbows, let your palms come towards the back of the skull or towards the upper traps to get a deeper shoulder stretch. Sending yourself a little bit of love through the hands, through the fingers. Maybe a little bit of some self-massage on the neck. Just a reminder that that back body is still a part of your being. Sacred signals traveling up and down your spine, sending and receiving. We're going to start to snake our way forward towards Sphinx pose. That was a good child's pose. We're coming onto the forearms, lifting the heart. Don't dump into your belly here. And so you get to decide how high you want to come. Can you keep energy through the legs so that legs are still really straight? Good. Pausing here, or if you want, you can come up into your seal, pressing into the hands. Can you lift your heart? Can you lift your gaze? Exhale everything down. Hands under the shoulders. And you can either rock on the forehead or just turn onto one cheek and then turning to the other cheek in a moment. Feel even and balanced. Bend at the knees so your feet are towards the sky and just windshield wiper the legs over to one side and then the other. Come back through the center. You can grab your feet for Dhanurasana, or take that baby cobra. Feet are still facing the sky. That's enough. Draw your elbows in, or add on, lift the knees. So you're engaging through the glute to lift the feet up. And maybe you hover the hands, creating strength at the back body. Yep, or grabbing the feet for that bow pose. One more breath. Exhale, release everything down, windshield wiper the legs. Or maybe you do your egg beater. Let's do one more round. So find the length in your spine before you come into it. So we're engaging through the front body. Low contraction. Lift your chest, lift your heart, lift your gaze. Lift the feet closer to the sky. Create that skydiver's pose. And then you can hover your hands, squeeze your elbows in. If you would like, grab your feet. Press your feet into your hands. Wherever you are, take another breath. Exhale. Release everything down. One more time, windshield wiper or egg beater. Open up your arms to a T. Bend at the right knee, so your right foot is towards the sky. Right hand underneath the shoulder. So the same foot that is towards the sky, same knee that's bent is the same arm that's bent, pressing under the shoulder. And then you're just gonna roll onto your side. So the right foot can come behind you. Otherwise, it's fine to leave the legs just stacked and we're coming into this shoulder stretch. Your head gets to rest on the earth here. If you're going to go deeper, stick that right foot behind you. If you have the flexibility, you might even find that you're going to take both feet to the earth, more like a half bridge in the lower body, but don't go too far. This is one of those poses that's going to feel different in the aftertaste tomorrow compared to what it feels like now. Other tips is to change the position of that left arm to get a deeper stretch. So be just all the way 45 degrees out to the side. If you need a little bit less, maybe you bring it down closer to the hip. Most important is not doing too much. We have that tendency to try to go and see, what can my body prove to me? How much is my body capable of? But try to give yourself a little bit of grace. Less is more. Now, to come out of it slowly, take your time, roll back onto your left side. You can stack the right leg on top of the left. And then we're going to use that right hand to control the weight of the body towards the earth. Maybe just roll out the shoulders like that swimming action, one and then the other. Let's take a child's pose to reset the spine. Okay, snake your body forward. Tee the arms. Left hand underneath the left shoulder. Bend at the left knee. You know what to do. We're coming into the shoulder stretch for that right side. So start to roll. Press into your left hand to make that happen so that your head can really just stay relaxed. And then either that left foot is creating the kickstand or just resting on top of your right leg. And if you would like, you're taking a deeper twist. Nothing to prove. I think oftentimes we think of the modifications as these adjustments that we have to make to accommodate the body, but it's on the other end of the spectrum too, that sometimes we just are making these adjustments so that we can feel a place in the body where we need the release, to feel a place in the body where we can feel strength and stability. And that's the beauty of the yoga practice. You get to make it yours, adding or subtracting, customizing the shapes for your body on any given day. If you feel any numbness, go ahead and back off, adjust. Right? We're like inviting this uncomfortable, what am I trying to say? It should be, it shouldn't be painful, but there might be a little bit of discomfort. So you're just finding your edge for that. Making sure that you're not taking it too far because you'll feel it tomorrow. Slowly prepare to come out of the shape. Start to roll onto your right side, stack your left leg. Pause there for a moment. And then let your body fall to the earth. Use your left hand to control yourself down. Okay, child's pose. This time we're going to take the hands over to the right. So we're getting a side bend on the left side and adding on a twist if you want. And lifting one lung and then the other. Okay, up and over to the other side, hands to the left. Hips are still drawing back. Inhale, lift one lung. Exhale. Lift the other lung like you're just breathing helium into one side. Back through the center. Okay, we're not going to stay here. Slowly roll up towards a seated position. Swing your legs around. Paschimottanasana, legs are long. The knees can be bent if your hamstrings are tight. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, fold at your hips, maybe just halfway, or if it's available, just go ahead and grab your feet. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, fold. So even if the legs are bent, there's still a quality of lifting the kneecaps and engaging your thighs. Turn on your legs. The last one, inhale, sitting up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, sitting up. This time we're going to bend at the knees and then roll down through the spine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms float up. Exhale, hands at your sides. We'll just do that 2 more times. So you're set up with your feet hip distance, breathing the arms up, breathing the arms down. Okay, adding on, we're either doing that reclined cat cow or you're doing your breathing bridge, lifting the hips up as the arms float overhead, or you're arching and rounding. So sticking your tail out and then exhaling, drawing your tail between your legs. Two more. Full breath. Exhale. Everything to the earth. Draw your knees in. You can give a little bit of that rock side to side. Can you relax at the base of the skull? Maybe even let your head fall side to side. Okay, we're not done yet, but we are going to take a happy baby right now. So both feet to the sky, knees towards the armpits, arms reach inside your legs, palms are facing each other. Then you just let your hands slip over the arch of the foot so that you're grabbing outside edge of the feet and your palms are still facing each other, but your arms are inside the legs. So see if you can take your arms on the inside part of your legs rather than reaching around the outside. So the arms are still inside the legs, and then you take your hands over the feet. And so this actually creates more space for a deeper hip stretch. Mhm. And then you can rock side to side. Another thing that this position allows, if you're letting those forearms stay inside the shins rather than, I see some of you reaching around the outside. If you keep your arms inside, you can plug your shoulders back further to get a deeper stretch and then take your tailbone away from the crown of the head. Create length in the spine, really opening up top of the hamstring, base of the glute. And now feet come towards the sky again. And this time we're going to fold the legs like we're sitting on the ceiling, Sukhasana, cross leg position. So one shin is in front. Wrap your arms around the legs like you're going to give yourself a big hug, but then grab the outside edges of the feet. Palms of the hands are facing soles of the feet. Just fold into yourself here and you can rock side to side. Find that place where you feel a stretch. And the reason why we are creating this shape rather than figure four or pigeon is to really let the neck go. Opening up space at the sides of the neck for your breath. Release the feet towards the sky, other shin in front this time. Add on your arms. If it's not available, just grab the knees. Rest your head to the earth. Can you create that space at the neck so you're relaxing your upper traps even though you're using your arms? Find a little nook, a little cranny. You can do that rocking side to side to find it. You release the feet towards the sky. Plant your feet as wide as the mat. Windshield wiper the legs over to the left. Add on your pretzel or just hang out here. So if you want your pretzel, you're taking the left foot on top of the right knee to get the hip flexor stretch. And you start to engage through that right glute to get the deeper stretch at the front of the hip. If your knee doesn't like it, just back off. Slowly release that. Use your belly to draw your spine towards the center of the mat, up and over other side. Take the pretzel if you want it. Otherwise, just let everything get heavy. Gravity doing the work for you. Engage through the left glute to get a deeper stretch. Where is there a little bit more space to relax in your neck? Is it the back of the neck or the front of the throat? Around the ears or the jaw? Slowly finding your way back to the center. Use your belly to draw everything back. Hug the knees in tight, tight, tight like a ball. Draw your forehead towards the knees. We'll just do that 2 more times. So exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale, draw your forehead towards your knees. Tight, tight, tight like a ball. Last one. Inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze. And now releasing your body long. Final posture, Shavasana, resting pose. If your low back is sensitive, get a little support to put under the knees. You've done the work. You created the space. You've already arrived. Before we come into stillness and silence, see if you can tuck the elbows a little closer to the body and then tuck one shoulder and then the other. So you're really creating that freedom in the upper chest, this area that we were just working on through the portal, that channel of the neck. Maybe you just wiggle out the head a little, rock side to side to really feel that space. Space at the palms of the hands, space at the bottoms of the feet, in between the toes. And then just resting here, letting yourself enjoy it. Enjoy doing nothing. Conscious connection, coming back to your breath. You can take your hands onto your body or reach your arms up overhead, waking up like quality. You're already here. Can you connect back to your intention? So that you really scoop it up and take it with you as you start to move towards your upright seated posture. Let your head hang down. using your arms to support you. Maybe you even take that fetal position on your side. You know how you like to come up from the earth. Finding your seat, eyes are still closed. Letting some equilibrium and circulation, oxygenation come into the body, finding harmony, finding balance, and then slowly, with the eyes closed, starting to lift your chin more level, stacking your head, just letting it float right above the shoulders there. Palms can be face down, mudra of grounding, using your intention or taking on I clear the way. Hands to your heart, Anjali Mudra, and then we'll breathe together one time to seal the practice. Exhale to prepare. Breathing in, breathing out. Thank you. Mm. Making sure that you continue with your self care today, whatever that is, drinking your water, asking for help when you need it, really, staying in that place of integrity. And I wanted to invite you. I am going to have, I haven't announced it yet, but I'm going to have a self love, inner love event on February 11th. That's a Thursday. And so just be on the lookout for that. It is going to include a really special package of chocolate and crystals and rose ointment and all kinds of things to love on yourself. And yeah, I think that's all you need to know. Anybody who's watching the replay that wants to come to the pop up mama class tomorrow night, welcome to join me. And yeah, just so happy to have everybody. And if you are here for the replay, always happy to hear in the comments how this feels in your body.